after the demise of her band the Stone Ponies in 1969, Linda Ronstadt was left without a steady group of musicians to perform with. In the meantime, she played with a few different collections of people, but she really needed her own band that she could count on. They would need to be proficient in country rock, and they had to be able to harmonize with the best of them. She was living in Santa Monica at the time, just a 30-minute drive from the Troubadour Bar in West Hollywood, where the music scene was on fire, and she was a regular performer and a patron. It was there that she first met John David Souther, a musician who was way ahead of his time with his music and only gets a fraction of the credit that he deserves for how influential he was. So they were dating for a while, and JD had started a band called Long Branch Penny Whistle with this new guy who had just recently moved from Detroit named Glenn Frey. He was living in a place called Echo Park in an apartment just above another songwriter named Jackson Browne. It wasn't long after that Linda saw a band called Shiloh at the Troubadour. This band were recording their album, but they were also kind of on the verge of breaking up. And the drummer was this really cool dude from Texas who also happened to be able to sing, named Don Henley. So when JD broke up the duo with Glenn, and he was left with nothing to do, Shiloh also called it a day. And Linda invited the two of those guys on tour with her. In late 1971, those guys realized that they enjoyed working together so much that they were going to break away from her and start their own band. And Linda had a couple of suggestions for them. Randy Meisner was involved in a couple of different projects before he started working with Linda Ronstadt, including co-founding the band Poco, which he left right before the release of their first album. And he also played with Ricky Nelson's Stone Canyon Band. And right around the same time that Linda was having these conversations with Glenn and Don, Randy found himself without a project. Bernie Ledden and Linda Ronstadt had become friends when he was a member of the Flying Burrito Brothers, with the country rock legend Graham Parsons. They were already well acquainted, so when they needed another guitar player on stage, Bernie was a natural fit. Once those four guys started playing together, it was like people in love, Linda said. They had great chemistry, and with Linda in the forefront, they became a band together. She may have been disappointed to lose these guys, but it was no surprise to her. She knew right from the beginning that what these four musicians had was different. If you want to learn more about the Linda Ronstadt-Eagles relationship and the rest of her career, check out my documentary about her through the link in my bio.